Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the sofa. Or the truck, I should say. This is one of my quick updates. What I wanted to do is talk about the jury selection because I've heard from several of you about it. So just want to do one of these quick updates again. If you're just following me or if you're regular on my channel, yeah, this is very quick. I'm going to do some of these kind of things. If it's long, if my thought process is longer than a YouTube short, which you already know me, most of them are, and it's like these quick updates for the trial and that kind of thing. And when I say updates, this is not a quick update like this was yesterday, but just a quick, like, here's my thoughts. This is the fastest way to get this out, is what I'm getting at. And so I'll do these or whatever. And if you enjoy these, I mean, I can, again, I'll try and do a short if it's quick. But this is one of these things where I've heard from several people about what we're about to talk about. So I was like, let me just do a quick video. Anyways, I'm rambling on. So the jury selection. Let's just talk about some basics here, okay? They seated the jury. We have 13 men, we have 3 women. We're going to do 4 alternates. They'll be picked like a lottery style the way they do. The trial begins Monday. Today is April 3rd. Monday is the 7th, I believe. The trial will go Monday through Thursday, and it will be either, I think it's like 10:30 to 4:30. This is Arizona time, of course. Now, again, he's given the jury all the usual instructions that you hear about, don't talk to people, and here's what you could do, and you can use your phone at this time, but you can't do this, and all that, fun stuff or whatever. Surprisingly, the jury's not sequestered in that context of, like, locked down. And I mean, luckily for them too, right? Um, I mean, Lori's not helping the situation by going on TV and doing the kind of stuff she's done and rushing this through, but that's here nor there at this point. The biggest thing that I've heard from a lot of you about, that I've had thoughts on too, is the demographics of the jury. Okay, it has not gone unnoticed. It is mostly male. Now, again, if you follow me, then I say this, and if you don't, well, then here we go. I ain't a doctor, I ain't a lawyer, I ain't a cop, I ain't a therapist, I ain't none of that fancy credentialed stuff. Okay, so my opinions are literally just based on public information, and they're just that. They ain't credentialed. So, do your own research, come to your own thoughts. So when I get ready to say this, they're uncredentialed. So for sidebar thoughts. So this is my 2 cents on the Lori thing with men. I think one thing we've learned with Lori is that she's flirtatious. She has a different vibe around men than she does women. She probably has gotten what she wants. She had her brother, killing her kids, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. She had Chad doing all sorts of crazy stuff. She just seems like one of those women that kind of, like, had that, and I don't know what you call it, magic or that spell or whatever you want to call it, that she could kind of lure men in, and whether that be good or bad, right? You know, and keep their attention and get them to do what you want, whatever. So I don't think that that part has gone unnoticed on her. I think in a sense, she's probably more comfortable around men, right? And that's to say, a lot of people can be in that way, and, well, not in the Lori way, but you know what I'm saying. So I think that that part of her did that. Now, also, I know, I get it's not up to Lori and Lori alone to pick the jury, right? But I don't think it's by coincidence that we have what we have. When you sit here and you start looking at these cases, one of the things, in my opinion, that people would be doing is, well, can this person put themselves in my shoes to some degree? Now, if I were Lori, even though, and this goes 2 ways, certainly on the first trial, I would have been very leery about going with more females because they have an easier time sliding into the shoes of what is the woman's role in this going to look like, meaning just in this situation. Here's this woman, she's dating this guy, Chad. Now her kids are dead. Now this, like, you know what I'm saying? So for Lori, probably being more comfortable on men and more like, okay, I know I can do blank and usually get it. I think she would be more intimidated to have more females on the jury. Now, flip that logic over. This is a trial about killing her husband. So you would think she, or whatever the powers that be, would be like, I would think that the state would want more men for that very reason, because then the men are going to have an easier time from Charles' point of view of, God, here's this guy, he was doing this, he warned everybody, he's out here working, providing for the family, she's doing this, she's running off with this loser, and now the man's gone and she did this to his kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that level of stuff. So for the state, I could see that, but for Lori, I feel like she would still be like, well, I'm gonna, hedge my bets with having more of a male jury. And she might have connected more with them just in her sense. Now, I wasn't there, obviously, for that part. So I'll be very curious to see what it is like during trial, how she interacts with the jury, how much she interacts with the jury, and all the way down to looking over at them, directly addressing them, things of this nature, right? I don't think it really matters at this point. You could get, we need hidden true crime over here to do this kind of deep dive psychological level. At this point, the evidence is the evidence. It's heinous. It's horrible. She's convicted of killing her children. Whether you're the man or the woman on the jury, people are going to probably have a certain viewpoint of this, right? And if she gets up there in any sense of the way with the attitude that she has displayed, it will go very poorly for her, especially when Kate Woodcock gets up there and other people, witnesses who might be put in the same level of being victims of Lori, right? To me, Kate Woodcock in this specific trial stands out the most, okay? Um, if Kay gets up there and people see and Lori allows her animosity and her rage and her anger to come through at Kay, mm-mm. Now, I personally think that Lori could get up there and shy of providing video evidence that she was not there, whatever. I don't think this is going to be a good ending for her, is what I'm getting at, okay? But I think Lori's going to show out, and by show out, I don't mean in a good way, okay? I mean, she's going to show out what we've seen, like in the courtroom, and then the jury's not going to go for it. This, to me, is going to be very much, but a very watered down version of Daryl Brooks. They know they're screwed. They're going out with a bang. And I think some of that is what we are going to witness here. Do I think it will be as dramatic and explosive and just absolutely nonsense as Daryl Brooks? No, right? I don't think it'll be that turned up, but somewhere in the realm of that, right? So anyways, so that's it. I just wanted to come talk about that real quick because that's the biggest thing I've seen. We're going to go live tonight on the other channel to watch Julie Rowe. Lord help us. Now, also, side Karen Reed jury selection going on right now. Okay, so the massive amounts of things are going on. Stephen Stearns approaching in May. I mean, you name it. Okay, so anyways, let me know what your thoughts are. I'll see you tonight in the podcast channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for our regularly scheduled video. I love y'all. Goodbye.